Hi everyone, Juliet back from Hello Cards and Paper Art for another Movie Monday. And today we're looking at the cutest ever baby card. A little onesie. Isn't that sweet? So this one is actually a stencil. I don't have a die for this. When I first wanted to make this card, I looked and couldn't find one that I liked. So this is another great way of making simple cards with the bare basics. You don't need special tools. You can just cut it out. So let me show you how to make this one. So here's my little onesie. All I did was found a shape that I really liked and cut it out on craft cards so it's sturdy. And I grabbed my flamingo paper, which I love. The best patterns to use for a onesie are small patterns that are in keeping with the size of the onesie in relation to the pattern, if that makes sense. So that you don't want a giant pattern, because that's not how you'd have our kids' onesie wouldn't look like that. You want tiny, small little patterns. So I have quite a few in my repertoire. Anyway, so I'm going to pop this on. Now, some of them you can do it on the back, but I want to line up the flamingo so that we get him in the center of the onesie. So I'm going to pop that, I think, about there. So as I said, yeah, you can always trace around the shape on the back so you don't have to erase the pencil. But this one, I want to make sure I get a flamingo in the center. So just go round like so. Okay, and then you've got your onesie. And we just cut it out. Okay, once you've cut out your onesie, I like to go around and round off the corners. I think it just gives a nicer look to the onesie. So you just cut off those little pointy ends and it just gives it a nicer shape. As I was saying, I've got lots of different designs I do with the onesies. There's ducks, there's trucks, we've got a jungle theme, koalas for an Australiana. The choices are endless. As long as the print, as I was saying before, is a cute small print, it will look great on a onesie. Like this is pretty big. I wouldn't not go any bigger than this. Okay, so you've cut out your cute little onesie. Now, just very carefully erase your pencil lines. And this is on fairly thick card. I wouldn't recommend anything very thin because it's not going to stand up to what we're about to do next. Okay, so we're going to put him to the side. Now, you've got to make your coat hanger. And paper clips are the perfect coat hanger for the job. So I've shown you guys how to do this before, but we'll go through it again. So you start with the 2 loops facing to the right, and the small loop you're going to bend up diagonally. Then you're going to put your thumb in about, I would say, just over halfway along and bend up like that. Okay, pull out the top a tiny bit. This one bends out to meet there, and you've pretty much got your coat hanger. All you need to do is get a pair of snips and just cut off that extra length, trying not to hit yourself in the face with it, which I often do. Okay, so you've got your cute coat hanger, and then on the back you need to attach it. And all I do, I have done sticky tape in the past, but what I'm going to do today is just run double-sided across where the hanger sits. Turn that back around. And stick that on like that. Okay, so as you can see, it's like that. Now we're going to use our white squares to lock this in. And what I mean is if you put 2 on the inside like this, it means that the hanger, when it's stuck to the page, can't fall out the top because these will lock it in. So let's add these all on. You can do as many as you like. That's how many I'm going to do. Peel these off. And check that I've done them all. Always forget one. There we go. 2. Okay, grab your card. And I like to put it on a slight angle so that we can do our saying underneath. So yes, you can line it up on your grid as I've shown you guys before. So you get it in the center, yep. And push that down. And then you grab your stamp. Now, if you don't have stamps, you can print something onto your card from your printer at home before you stick it onto the card, and then add your onesie, and that way you can choose a cute font. So I'm doing little one, so we'll just ink that up. And we're going to put that here. Oh, make sure I get this straight. That looks pretty good. And voila! Now sometimes my stamps don't stamp as well as they should because of the weave paper that I use. So I just go over with black, just quickly. You don't necessarily need to do the whole letter, just the bits that didn't quite get stamped, just to make that look really solid. And there you go, it's done. So really simple. As I said, anyone can make this one if you've got a pair of scissors. Really simple, and I love it. And it is one of my best-selling baby cards because it's super sweet, and it can be for boys, it can be girls, it can be neutral. So many great patterns out there to choose from. Thanks. Bye.